Ah, there we are. Right, let's get I'll wet my page from top to bottom. That'll do. And then I'll get just dullish. It's a dullish day. I'll pop this right the way through. Right through to bottom of paper. There we are. That's just so that paper is just slightly off white, and that's all. Right, I'll get a little tiny blast wet dryer, but not much. Tiny little blast. Yeah, not much. Tiny little. That'll do. Still a bit damp. I don't want this dripping all the way down my page. Right, this here, Distant Hills. Oh, we'll just bring that down to about there. Pop it in here, fill that bit in there. There we are, something like that. And then I'll get my mister to put some mist in. And pop a bit of mist in. There we are. Look at that bit of mist. There. Oh, perfect. Tiny light dabs a bit further on. Tiny little light dabs there. Oh, wow, look at that. Lovely jubbly. Right, so now, I think what I'll do now, just use that same colour, but just dab in a little bit of yellow and a little bit of blue. Take it a tiny bit more greenish and just come in about there. Looks like there's like a ump of hills about there. Something like that. And it seems to come down here. Tell you what, I'll put it in right on. It seems to come back up there like that, and then it seems to disappear over there somewhere. So if I pop that in like that, bring that down there, cross there like that, and then again get my mister and mist in so it nearly disappears there. This bit here can be misted. This bit here, don't need to mist too much there. And then there, that's nice. Oh wow, that'll do me sound. So a sip of this coffee. I like that. Get a bit more green into that colour, I think. A bit more green in, even a bit more. And then I think I'll touch. So I've put more yellow and blue in for the green, and then I'm going to pop in tiny touch, tiny touch, a Bon Umber I've popped in, and then I'm going to come in here, and this sort of comes. Tell you what, I'll take it across here first, so it sort of comes up there, and that sort of fades out, and then it goes up here. It gets quite strong on this bit. Right up there like that, right up there. And that bit there is a bit closer, so I'm going to dab all that in like that, right? I'm going to come in there, dab across there. It sort of comes across here and disappears again. So what I'm going to do, take it across there like that, and then I'm going to get my mister where it sort of disappears and just mist it out a bit. And I'll mist all the bottom again. Mist that bottom in into there. That's it. It's not too misty on that bit. Right, these trees are bigger now because they're closer. So I'm just going to chisel my brush. See, I've got all the others with that. See that spike on my brush? That's where my brush is just old and battered. So I've got my others from that. But a height brush should sort of do that anyway. If you've got a height brush, should be alright. But just using that chisel end like that, I'm just going to stick in a few sort of closer trees in there. Just to hopefully get me. So them trees look a little bit bigger. Just in there. Just odd bits. A few bits over here and all. Just to make them look that little bit tiny bit bigger. That's it. Something like that. There. For some reason that one. Just chisel it there on that. That's it. There. My tips were curling that way, which I don't want. I want them straight. There. I think that'll do. Yeah, there's a little bit of a speckle there, so I'll take them up a bit there. No, not a bit of a speckle, I don't know what that is. There. And bits that look a bit strong, like that bit. You can just dab a bit, put a bit of put a bit of mist in anywhere you want. Yeah. Nice and misty, that looks good. Bit of mist dribbling up there and around there. Nice. And then let's have some more green. So yellow and blue for green. So I'm just mixing into that same colour again. Yellow, I've added some yellow and blue for green. Or if you're using a tube green, that could probably do. You could probably do it the same. Just have a little mix of colours similar to that with whatever paint you've got. And then I'm going to put a burnt umber in there. Just to... That's it. That's got it closer looking. Bit of burnt umber in there to bring it closer. No, I'm using edge of my brush again. Yeah, you just want this sort of green. I'm using burnt umber, but any of them dark browns will do the same thing. Don't panic too much about colours and stuff. You can mix your own colours. It's best. Your best thing to do is to get a yellow, a red, and a blue, and just mix everything. Especially when you're a beginner, people will think, "Oh, that's hard." If you're a beginner, it's not. You can get all these colours out, just them 3 colours. And if you're a beginner, that's by far the best way to do it. By far. Trust me, I'm an artist. Let's do that. Let's just have a dab and get a little bit of misty effect in there. There, that's better. Nice, oh, I like that. And I can come in and put the odd stronger bit back in. Come across here, like that. It don't really matter if you come down too far, because I'm going to bring some reflections into there anyway in a minute. I'll go like that, stick some more in. Stick some more on. More on. Put some more paint on. More on. Stick some more on. Talking of morons, my stepbrother Doofus has broke his train set, so he's in a right bad mood. He loves that train set. I've just whacked in a bit of extra yellow into that colour, mainly for over on this side. Some trees seem to be this. As you go across here, this is curving round into distance, so these bits here are a bit farther away than these bits here. So I sort of want less of that yellow over that side. There, more over this side. Right. So if I go to that, stick some blue back in to melt that yellow back out. A bit extra water in there, that's it. And then just come over to here and just do a bit more of that. Oh, that's better. Just to melt some of that in there. And something like that. Start melting this down. I'm going to have some reflections down in here, because there's going to be some water in it. So, just let me chisel that brush again, some more bits over here. Them white highlights in there, really. There's some white highlights in there as well, but I think they're a bit... I do like white highlights in my pictures, but I think there maybe is a little bit too much on them there. That's nice, that's better. And then pull this colour down into me reflections. Something like that. Yeah, does that look good as a reflection? Let me see, I think. Looks like on my... You know what, let's damp this paper a bit. On my actual reference picture where I'm working from, the reflections seem quite long, so I'll just pull it into that water like that. That should do a good job. That's it. Just touching into that water there like that, and then I'll use that water to pull tips out a bit more. Nice. Oh yeah, that's it. And then I'm just going to do that and just across there like that, back again like that. Oh, I think that looks alright, doesn't it? Yeah, let's whack a bit more in. Let's whack a bit more on. Yeah, Doofus is broke his train set, so he's moaning. It's a bit like the trains in this country. If you're watching this in another country, you don't know what I'm talking about. But the trains in this country has all been privatised, and it's not really been the same since. They are a little bit political political satire, not satires. Satellite's what's in the sky, innit? Satellites. Satire, a little bit of political satire. In fact, it's not even satire, because satire means it's a joke. But anyway, Doofus's train set's broke, so he's moaning. A little bit more dark in. I'm fiddling about with this a bit lot at the minute, a bit lot. I need to move on to my next bit, else this is going to run into half an hour. I don't want that. Right, that'll do. Stop fiddling now. I'm going to dry that and get into my next bit. Can I just point out how nice that soft bit looks there? Now that's all blended in there, them layers. Oh, beautiful. Right, let me have a sip of coffee. Blob there, flick that off. Right, now what do I want now? I need a dark green now. Really dark green. Yellow, blue for green, wax and Payne's grey, bit of Bontumber. Perfect. Right, this seems to come right up here actually. This, there's a tree coming right up there like that. And another one. Same again about there. Another one there, a bit smaller. A bit bigger one again there. Right, let's try and get these looking like trees. Same with that one. It's the top bit that's hardest. Right, let's try this top bit. This is the hard bit. Can you see what I'm doing? I hope my hands aren't in the way. Just using fidget brush look and bringing it in to do that top bit there. Something like that. That's it. There. Ow, look at that. I think that looks alright. Let me strengthen my colour up a tad more just for that top bit. Let's try and point my brush into a point like that. Look, where are we? There, like that. Let's try and get an extra bit in there. That's it. There. Just try to. That's nice. A bit more in there. There. Get me. Oops, sorry. Edge of my card. I'll stick a couple of lines down for my trees, right? But I'm going to go over that. And I'm not having that much. I'm going over that. Right, so let's get some more yellow and blue. Mix a bit more up. Bit of Payne's grey. Bit of Bontumber. There, mix some more. Bring this over a bit. Let's have a look at it. Yeah, bring this over a bit more over here. Let's bring it over to about there. So this last one here is quite a small one. It's about like that, and then there's some more. And gradually get bigger. Like that. On about that. So, oh, they look better. They look better than them. So let's do a bit more. That one, that looks better. Yeah. One there in background. And then just a bit of a there. Lovely jubbly, that'll do me. And then I think what I'm going to do, let's get a bit of water. Toddy bit of a damp brush, that's all I need. Just dampen my brush, dab it on my tea towel. Always a tea towel handy. That means have a tea towel, and that don't just mean if your name's Andy. That just means always have a tea towel handy, one handy. You know what I mean? Yeah, put some little points on there, look. Some points on there, Andy. That's it. And then a bit of more colour in, thicken this up a bit. A bit more dark in these dark bits here, look. This is Payne's Grey and Burnt Umber in here. Putting a bit more dark in. Yeah, oh, ah. Yeah, man. Look at that. Oh, that's looking alright, isn't it? I'll just take that back up there again. Bom, 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 bom. And then I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to come back. You know what? Let's get a bit of yellow. Get a bit of a yellow in here. Just mixing. It's not going to look yellow because I've mixed yellow in without cleaning my brush. So it's going to look sort of mucky colour. And I'm just putting some yellow highlights just in there, like just to, like I say, they're not going to look yellow. It's not really yellow. It's yellow mixed with the mud what I already had on. So there. And then I'll stick a bit in there as well. What's up there is going to be down there. That's it. Stick a bit more blue to that to make me yellow and blue into more of a green. It looks a bit light down there. Just stick a bit more in there. That's it. Oh, I think that'll do me. There, that looks quite good, doesn't it? Tell you what, let's get some extra paint. Let's get a bit extra Burnt Umber. I think what I'm going to do is pop some mud at the bottom of this. A bit of mud in bottom bit. So I'm just going to use Burnt Umber, tiny tad of Payne's Grey. Just get a bit of mud in that area, sort of there, something like that, and then go back into my greens. I've already got my green mixed. That's it. And just pull that up there and pull it up there a bit there, something like that. There we are. Back into some of that yellow. And just blend it in like that. Still leaving a couple of them little lines in where it lights it in edge of trees. There we are. Something like that. That's it. I think that looks alright. Nice little trees and reflections and that. That's sad. Give me a little bit of scruffy rough grass in there like that. And maybe let's get this little one here. Let's say my land's here. Maybe just stick odd little rock or something up there, look like that. Odd little bit there. Then if I might as well do it now. If I take this one, my chiseling brush, got a chiseling brush, I'll dry it, pull the little waterline out while it's wet. Pull a little waterline out, so it'll be about there like that, into there, dab the paint off onto me tea towel. Always have your tea towel handy. There, something like that. It's quite a realistic little waterline, I like that. I wonder if, let's have a go. I've just got water on my brush now, so I'm going to have to take paint out. So I'm going to try and get in here and just take a bit of waterline. Oh yeah, that's working, nice, very nice. Bit of waterline out there and all, look. Yeah. Bit of waterline into that bit of ground there, and I'll have a little stripe there as well. Take that and just across there and that across. Nice, that's it. Bit of land. That's where the water's just hitting that land. Nice. Right. All I need now, bit of land across here. Let's tell you what, let's pop a bit in there. Bit of land. I need some more paint on my brush. Bit of land in there, and I can move my clip down onto my bit of land there. Right, now then, Burnt Umber, Payne's Grey, yeah, like a tad of green in it and all. I've popped a tiny tad, a little bit of green in. There we are, we'll just get in, just like that, look. To go mad. If you leave any gaps in it, it'll look like little rocks or little puddles, so it'll look good. So there, something like that, look, that's nice. There, crossing there, into there. Lovely jubbly little puddles and stuff. Let's get some of that green, put some bits of mosses and stuff in. So my green already mixed from my don't forget yellow and blue for green. Just pop a few little bits of green in there, just to vary it colour a bit. And then let's get some Payne's Grey. Stick a few little blobs of Payne's Grey in there, pure Payne's Grey. That's going to look nice, just darken it, dull it all down a bit there, something like that. Looks nice, doesn't it? Right, now quickly, while the paint's still wet, just pop in a few little rocks and pebbles in there. It's always going to look good. We'll pop them all the way through into there like that. Yeah, not to go too mad, just a few. You can stick a few little grasses in if you want. A couple, yeah, something like that if you want. You could get your brush, just a few splats. Careful, like when I do, it's not actually words. When I do that, I end up with paint splashes everywhere. So I've got into the point now where I hang my tea towel over the top on it when it's finished and do some splashes of paint. Right, I tell you what, I quite fancy on this one, just to show just how big them pine trees are, so you just realise. I'll put him in silhouette. I'm going to use a greeny colour because these fishermen tend to wear like green stuff, like a camouflagey colour. I'll pop him in here, let's have him there, so he's just there, he's about that big, he's on there like that. Oh, that's perfect. And I'll put him a little reflection through them puddles there. Put him a little head on there like that, and a little size fishing rod going. That's alright, isn't it? Little fishing rod. Slight bit of green in this. We don't normally get green birds, but I think they're so small you won't tell. There's Peter. There's Paul. There we are. Peter and Paul. Let's get some black on my brush. Pop in. Do a drying this fast. Let's pop it over here. It might just smudge. Now, I tell you what, I promise I'll sign it. I'll sign it when it's dried. Let's just sit back and have a look at that. Yeah, it's just a nice misty picture. Cold day. I wouldn't want to be out fishing on a day like this. Far too cold. But there you are, nice, easy one for you. Quite easy, that one. City on beach, innit?